welcome to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much. And if you are new, I hope you enjoy what you see. So it's been, I think, about 6 weeks since my last update, my last video. A lot has happened in that time. We did go down to New Orleans to visit with my family, and we did Mardi Gras, and my daughter and I and my husband had a blast. It took her about 2 floats to catch on to the whole idea of waving your hands in the air and shouting, "Throw me something, mister," and that was super cute. And then there was one time a float passed by and she didn't catch anything, and she goes, "Mama, they know throw me something." And I was like, "Yeah, baby, you know you're not going to catch something from every float." So that was a blast. The weather was absolutely gorgeous. We enjoyed that reprieve from the snow and the cold. And then I finished up my OB class in clinical, and now I'm in Peds. And for Peds, my clinical instructor is known to be tough on student nurses. So I've been told that if she sees you sitting down, she will find something for you to do. But she teaches 4 out of the 5 clinicals this semester for Peds, and I'm the last one. So I'm hoping that she'll take a little bit of pity on me, or maybe she'll just be a little more lax with her kind of rules and how she runs the show, since I'll be 34 to 36 or 37 weeks pregnant. So I don't know, we'll see. Other than that, so I do have garden beds in the back, and I'm in Michigan, so we can't plant anything out there until, the general rule of thumb is Mother's Day, no earlier than Mother's Day. And I'll be very close to my due date by then. But I have ordered seeds. One of my orders came in, the other one did not. But I'm basically doing a salsa garden. I made salsa last year, and I don't mean to toot my own horn, but it was really, really good. I mean, my husband is a huge salsa fan, and he absolutely loves it. So the goal is to grow tons of tomatoes, lots of peppers, bell peppers, spicy peppers, some onions. We haven't tried that one before. A couple of herbs, and I think that's it. We have a cherry tree. We have a dwarf Juliet cherry tree that was my housewarming gift for my husband, and it's in a pot on our deck. And there's actually another cherry tree in our backyard. We didn't know it was a cherry tree, but it needs, it can't self-pollinate. It needs another tree to pollinate it. So the dwarf Juliet tree is self-pollinating, so we knew we'd get cherries from that, but it was a really nice surprise when we got cherries from the other cherry tree in our backyard. So that was cool. Let's see. Oh, baby update. So I'm 31 weeks now. Feel great. Everything's going good. No problems. Here's Belly. So it's definitely, whoa, it looks big on the camera. It is definitely growing. This kid kicks all the time. All the time. And it has hiccups a lot, which my daughter, at least I don't remember her ever really having hiccups in utero. She had tons of them when she was a newborn. And she'll get them now if she's laughing too hard and sucking in the air. But this baby has lots of hiccups. So in my last video I mentioned that I now have an LNS, River Use Stitching, in Michigan. And every Thursday from 4 to 8 p.m. they have just an open stitch night. It's totally free to go. They have a couple snacks, like they'll have coffee and maybe a couple cookies. They had their first one on St. Patrick's Day, so I didn't go to that one. And then they had one yesterday, and I was planning on going, but my husband had to work late, and he didn't get home until like 7:15, so there was no point in going then. But at some point, hopefully before my next video, I can make it over there for at least a couple hours one Thursday, because I think that would be a lot of fun. Meet some stitchy people in my own neighborhood or my own community. Would be great. And then, so I'm taking my Peds course for school, but I'm also taking a creativity course, and we have a big project coming up. And something we have to do, or what we have to do for that project, is I have to create something or design something that fills a need or helps somebody somewhere. So I was thinking, we have to come up with 10 ideas. I only have 6 so far. It is way harder to come up with those kinds of ideas than you would imagine. But one of my ideas, my first one actually, was to create some kind of cross-stitch pattern and sell in my Etsy shop, and then donate all the profits and the proceeds from that to a charity in Ukraine to help the Ukrainian people. And I have a couple ideas, and I'm really excited about that. So be on the lookout for that. And then I think I have another idea for my own cross stitch pattern as well. It's summery because I can't really find what I'm looking for on Etsy anywhere. But those will probably, at least for sure the Ukrainian one, because I'm going to start that today, will hopefully be done and published and all that uploaded to Etsy before my next video. So follow me on Instagram at the Gem Stitchery just to keep updated with that if you're interested. Okay, finishes. I have 2 finishes, I believe. So, I think, yeah, okay, so the last time I filmed a video, I was working on the Lizzie Kate Spooky Mystery Sampler, and now I have finished it, and I love it. It looks so good, if I do say so myself. So I'll show you the whole thing, and then I'll kind of zoom into different little parts and pieces. So as I mentioned last time, I did switch up some of the colors. There was no, purple wasn't called for at all, but I really liked purple and I think it's a Halloween color, so I added it in there. In this box, there was a little motif, and it took me forever to figure out what in the world it was. I looked up on Instagram, I used the hashtag, looked at other people's finished stitched pieces, because since it's a mystery sampler, there is no cover photo. And I could not for the life of me figure out what it was. And eventually I realized it was a leaf. It looked nothing like a leaf, and I didn't like it. So I found another chart online, and I charted this little skull to fit inside the box, and I love how it came out. And then I did the same thing again over here in the very last rectangle, because that too was a leaf. And I think mainly the last one, I think there was also a leaf down here. I think that was supposed to be a leaf too, but I just took it out and added another one of these little flowers they have. So I love the way it came out. I went to Hobby Lobby one day with this one and my Christmas Lizzie Kate sampler to look for frames, but I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find any type of frame, and I was also open to the idea of just mounting it on like matte board or sticky board and then just having it on maybe some kind of wooden sign or board or what have you, but I couldn't find anything for that either, so I don't know. I'm gonna keep looking. It actually lives in a project bag in my car with my Christmas Lizzie Kate sampler, and that way if I ever happen to stop at a store like a Goodwill or a thrift store or a Michael's or whatever and I want to take a peek, I can bring my pieces in. Okay, my next finish was a start and a finish since the last time that I filmed. Oops, 1 second, my board fell. Okay, and this is one of the eggs from Oology by Satsuma Street. And I used all the called for DMC, and it is on some type of 28 count blue linen from Fat Quarter Shop. I don't remember exactly what it's called, and I didn't feel like going back into my email to look at my statement and figure out what I ordered. So there's that one. I have all the floss, and I have lots more fabric to do the other 3, and the other 3 I've already put the tape around because it's not serged or anything to keep it from fraying. But I've moved on to summer stitching, so my plan is to finish this one. Helen D just put out a video of how she fully finished her eggs, and I really like it, and I watched it, and it seems pretty simple. So I think I'm going to use her tutorial and finish this hopefully before my next video so I can get it up in my house and we can actually enjoy my first ever fully finished cross stitch piece. Okay, so on to whips. This one is actually, I think it's my only like actual whip that I'm spending time working on, and that is Patriotic Scissor Pocket by the Scarlet House. So it comes with the big pocket and then the 2 little scissor fobs, and I'm working on the big pocket right now. And I am stitching this on 28 count cream and sugar from Fiber on a Whim. I'm sorry, 20 count linen, cream and sugar, Fiber on a Whim. And I started this roughly on the 20th. So here's where I'm at. I measured my fabric before I cut it, but I don't know what I was doing because it's obviously way larger on one side than it is on the other. So I am using about half the called for colors, and I subbed about half of the colors. Just because either I bought all these colors in New Orleans, so either that local needlework shop didn't have it, or I didn't really care for the colors that they called for. But here are the colors, the threads. Oops. And if you see this one, there's hardly anything left of this, and I'm not done using it yet. This one is Cream and Sugar by Threadworks. So I didn't like the color they called for, and Accents is the name of the needlework shop. They had a whole bunch of Threadworks, and I was looking, and I really liked this one. And I double checked the pattern, and it says nothing about buying 2 skeins of this, so I only bought 1. Well, it's a problem. I may have enough to finish the big scissor pocket, but I definitely won't have any left over for the 2 little scissor fobs. So I went online and I googled Threadworks coffee and cream, and then Threadworks, and then the little number also. It comes with a number and a name. And I found one place to buy this exact thread, and that was a shop on Etsy, but it was going to cost me like $3 for the thread, $3 for shipping. And I was like, oh, it's not like terrible. When you need it, you know. My local needlework shop does not sell this. And I was okay with buying from the Etsy shop, except for 2 things. One, it wouldn't get here till like mid-April. And then, for whatever reason, it said it wouldn't be ready to ship for like a week. I don't know what, they're not on vacation or anything, so I don't know why it would take so long to ship. So shipping was an issue. And then dye lot. Totally different dye lot than where I bought this one. So I asked my mom, and she's gonna just go ahead and pick up a skein for me and just throw it in the regular mail either Saturday or sometime early next week, so it'll get here sooner, and it'll be the same dye lot, so hopefully there won't be much variation in the color, but we shall see. That's where that is. Okay, so plans. So I'm still working on the baby quilt. I'm not going to show it to you this time. I did do some more hand quilting on it, but it's not enough for you to really tell. I mean, it doesn't look any different than it did last time. So I really have to get working on that. So I'm going to work on that. I joined Stacy C Stitches is hosting a fall, Halloween, Thanksgiving smalls exchange on our Facebook page, and so I joined that. And my partner likes the frosted pumpkin, like more modern kind of stuff, but she doesn't want anything Halloween. She wants just general fall kind of stuff. And so I looked on Etsy and I found this pattern. I'll insert it here. And I think it's super cute. Our small is supposed to be no more than 6 by 6, and this should come out like 4 by 6.5, so no big deal. I'm not going to use those colors though. I don't know much about her and her preferred colors. I think those may be okay if she likes the frosted pumpkin, because they tend to use brighter colors, but I'm switching it out for just my own DMC pull, which I went to Hobby Lobby today to pull all the called for colors, and then I pulled colors I liked, and then I took photos of all the colors I liked, and then I put back all the ones I already owned, because I have, by the way, if you don't have all your thread listed in your phone in Google Sheets as just like an Excel spreadsheet, you should really jump on that. I did that for my sister, and it is so nice to just pull that up on your phone when you're going to a store and just say, hey, do I have this week's, or do I have that DMC, or whatever, so you're not buying duplicates. Anyway, so I put back the DMC that I had already, and then I took a picture of all the ones I still needed, and it's probably like 10. Not that the pattern calls for that many threads, but I just like to have options. And yesterday on Facebook in one of the cross stitch groups, I saw that someone posted DMC is actually on sale in their app for 45 cents a skein. So my plan was to order the DMC through the app to be either picked up or shipped from Joann's, because they also have a coupon for free shipping with no minimum purchase. But it was a pain in the butt to use the app to find the DMC colors I needed, and then some of them they didn't have listed, but I know for a fact that they probably have it in store because they have a ton of DMC. So I'm debating on going up there and then just hoping that they'll price match their own app. I want to say my sister tried that and she didn't have much luck, but I think other people have tried it and have had luck. So it may just depend on the store and how the manager's feeling that day. But my local closest Joann's is like a 30-minute drive, so it'd be an hour round trip. And it'd be a complete waste of time and very expensive gas money to go there and not have them price match. So I don't know if I'll buy just the 60-cent skeins at Hobby Lobby or drive to Joann's and buy them there. But those are my only two plans, besides the Ukrainian cross-stitch design that I'm hoping to do, and I will definitely model stitch that, and then the other design I have floating around my head, which I will model stitch as well. Okay, haul. So I have been on just like a lucky winning streak when it comes to floss tubes and giveaway. So when I was in New Orleans, I won the crunch pattern from Stitching with the Housewives, and I'll put a picture of that here because it's a PDF. So that was really neat. That's actually the second pattern I won from them. I won another, I think this is their What's in My Cup series, and I won one that had a cardinal on it. It was really cute. Actually, I should maybe get that out and think about doing it because it'd be perfect for spring and summer because we have cardinals here. And then yesterday or the day before, I was looking at Janet Jabber's floss tube, and I entered a giveaway there and I won. And so that is a physical copy of a pattern, so she will be mailing that to me, so by my next episode it'll be in here, or I will have received it in the mail, and so I can show it to you then. But it's a cute little Easter spring bunny carrot small pattern. Okay, I have a lot of haul. So at Accents in New Orleans, I got another Threadworks thread that I really like. It's called Cayenne Pepper. And I got this one because I planned on stitching, what is it? JBW Designs French Country Turkey. But I'm going to leave off the gobble gobble and just do the turkey, so it's slightly more fall, slightly less Thanksgiving. And I was possibly considering doing it on this 9x11 piece of 28 count linen that I also got in New Orleans. So we'll see. That linen is definitely way darker than what I normally use. And I purchased, so I like the Color and Cotton Facebook page, and they'll update if they have, you know, restock of fabric or threads or grab bags or overstock or what have you. So they mentioned they had a restock, so I went ahead and I purchased this. This is, let's see, oh, it doesn't have a name, it's just limited edition. 28 count Cashel linen, a quarter of a yard. That's doesn't really look like the color. Let's see, it's like a very light blue, slightly gray color. That's more accurate. But I don't have any plans for that at the moment. I just like to color and I wanted to try some of their fabric. And then I also purchased a linen grab bag. So with the grab bag, you get 3 pieces of your choice of fabric. So linen Ada, they made you like, I know they sell even weave in Lugana, so that may be one of the options as well. But the 3 pieces are 8 by 12 inches. However, they do not come labeled as far as the count or the color. So it's really a grab bag. So here is the first piece. a very nice like khaki color. This one is definitely more like a chocolate milk, reddish brown chocolate milk color. And then this one is a very light blue. It would be really good for like a winter small of some sort. And then I got these a while ago. Recently they did the same thing and posted that they had updated their website with some in-stock fabrics and some more grab bags. And I ordered another linen grab bag, so we shall see. I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming that maybe the grab bags have like offcuts or remnants of their recently dyed fabrics. So I've been paying attention to the different kinds of fabrics they were dyeing, and I liked them, so we'll see what comes in my grab bag. But that actually should arrive tomorrow. Today is Friday, so it's supposed to arrive Saturday. And then the other thing I got at Accents was this pattern. It's called Quaker Santa and Quaker Snowman by The Work Basket. Never heard of them before, but I just thought they were super cute. And so easy to change the colors too. Like if you wanted to do in Santa's jacket, if you wanted to add some green in there instead of just making everything all red, you could. I hate white stitching, so I guarantee you I won't be doing the snowman in white. I might do them in a light gray. I don't know. I say that now and then I'll probably end up stitching him in white, but just really cute little smalls, I think. Let's see, what size? Oh, they're both stitched on 36 count linen. It gave me a stitch count, but it didn't say how big they were. Oh well, we'll see. Okay. Oh, and then talking about my winning streak, I forgot about this. So I mentioned before that Kathy Haberman from Hands On Design is my favorite designer, and she recently came out with Let's Talk Quilting from her Chalk Talk series, I think is what it's called. And I knew that I would absolutely buy that because, like I mentioned before, I'm first and foremost a quilter. But I'm a member of her pages on Facebook. I liked her pages. There's one specifically for the Chalk Talk design series, and then there's one just hands-on design for all of her charts in general. So I liked both of them. And then I think in the Chalk Talk series, they were hosting a giveaway. So I entered along with like hundreds of other people. And I actually won. So here is the pattern itself. Let's Talk Quilting. So Kathy donated the pattern for the giveaway, and the woman on the page, I guess she runs the page maybe, I think her name's Felicia, she actually threw in all the DMC. So that was super nice. So I'm not going to take it out of the bag, but there you go. So I'm looking for a fabric for this. I'm not going to just stitch it on straight plain black because that's not really my style. Color and Cotton had some really nice fabric. I think they called it peppercorn, and it was like a charcoal gray. And I was debating real hard about getting that or not, and that was before I'd won this pattern. And I didn't, and of course it's sold out, and now I'm kicking myself because that would be absolutely perfect. So I'm going to check out my LNS and see if they have any darker fabric, but I gotta get the fabric, and then I'll play around with the colors because as they are in the bag, they're not really doing much for me. Like, I don't know. I'm not really a fan. So, we'll see. But it's super cute. So, I really need to just buy a lottery ticket. See if my luck continues. And then that's it, y'all. That's all I have for you today. So, I know it's a short video and I've been gone for 6 weeks, but I never stitch on vacation like I always think I will. In my head, like vacation means no work, so no school, and I'll just have all this stitching time, and what I constantly forget is I have a kid. I have a 2-year-old, and she's just not going to entertain herself, and she's a mama's girl, so vacation usually just means mom time 24/7, which is fine. So I didn't get much stitching done on our trip, or our road trip. We drove down, we drove back, and I am just not a car stitcher. I did for a little bit, but we also drove down at night, and so can't really stitch in the dark. And then on the way back, I drove the majority of it. My husband drove some of it too, but I did a lot of the driving on the way back. So yeah, and then since we got back, I've just been doing school, and so I have to stitch between school and mom time, so it's just maybe an hour or two a day. And I am the poke and stab stitcher, so I don't know. I know some of you like hate that method and you do the sewing method, and I've tried the sewing method, and I don't know if I just need more practice or if that's just how it is and you know everyone's fine with it, but my stitches just do not come out very well at all. And they don't really like flat, and I don't know. Recently I've been stitching with a hoop anyway, and so I don't think you can do the sewing method when you use a hoop. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments. But I like how taut the fabric is in the hoop, and it's really easy to do stitch and stab method that way. And then, oh, one floss tuber that I really like that I recently discovered is Quaint Rose Needle Arts, Quaint Rose Needleworks. I'll put her name down here, and I'll link to her YouTube channel. But she is 27 years old, I believe. She's a mom of 3 kiddos. I want to say like her oldest is 5 to 7, somewhere in there. And then she also recently started reproducing samplers and selling them in her Etsy shop. And I just love her. I love her personality. I really like, she's got a super popular bird pattern. I'll put it right here. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen it because other people have talked about it. It's gorgeous, and I love the way she finished it in the clock from Hobby Lobby. So I really like her. If you haven't seen her, you should go check her out. She's worth a watch for sure. But that is all I have for y'all guys. So thank you for watching, and I will see you back in hopefully about 4 weeks. That's what I'm shooting for. So bye.